What is the difference between single and multifamily?
Hey, Nitzan Mosery here, the traveling investor, and I want to share with you now the difference between single family and multifamily investing and why multifamily investing is so awesome. Okay, and there's a couple of reasons, right? Obviously, we've got multifamily, we've got many people living on our property, paying us rent and so forth, and if let's say 10-15% of the people don't pay, we still have enough to pay our mortgage, real estate taxes, insurance, bills, and so forth to keep the property running. We may even come out with a little cash flow at the end, positive cash flow, right? But think about it this way: when you have a single family home, you have one tenant in that house, and that one tenant pays the rent. And that rent, when you collect it, needs to cover your mortgage, your real estate taxes, your insurance, and so forth. And what happens if one month that tenant decides not to pay? Now, you've got to come out of your reserve account if you've kept a reserve account, right, for issues like this, or you got to come out of pocket and you have to pay your mortgage, and you got to pay all of the expenses. Now, what happens if that one tenant decides to move out? Now you don't have any tenants living in that property, right? Now you don't have any tenants living in that property, so now that property is zero, so you have to come out of pocket every single month until you get that property occupied. In a 100-unit, 50-unit, 200-unit complex, even in a 10-unit complex, you've got multiple people paying, so you know what your cutoff point is, or what your limit is for your vacancy ratio, so that you can continue and maintain paying your bills, your real estate taxes, your mortgage, etc. Now, think about it this way. When you're looking also in a single family to create appreciation, right, we're not looking at the income. We're looking at the comparables around. What did the other properties in the neighborhood sell for, and how does my single family home compare to all the other properties that's sold? Do I have to make repairs? Do I have to do all that kind of stuff to bring the value up? When we're looking at multifamily, okay, yeah, we're looking at the comparables to make sure that we're not paying too much for it, but we're also looking at the income that it's generating, right? That's why we have capitalization rates. That's why we have net operating incomes. That's why we have all these numbers to look at, financials, income and expenses, and what's left over, right? And when we increase rents, we're increasing the value. So for example, if we had a 100-unit property and we were raising the rent by $25 a month, that's $2,500 increase in 1 month. If we multiply that by, let's just make it easy on us, right, by 10 months, that's $25,000 that we'd make by adding $25 to the rent. $2,500 a month times 10 months, that's $25,000, plus another 2 months, that's $5,000, so let's say $30,000. And now with the 10 multiplier, so 30,000 times 10, we just raised the value of our property by $300,000. Now let me ask you this. If you were to raise your rent on that house behind me by $25, would that increase the revenue, or would that increase the value of the property by $300,000? Absolutely not. That's the beauty of multifamily. That's the beauty of having multiple people paying your rents and having it be a commercial asset, because now we are working not just with the brick and mortar, but we're also working with the numbers, with the financial numbers. What can we do to the property? What value add does it have? How much value can we bring to the property? And how much can we raise that NOI so that we can raise the purchase price when we go to sell it? I hope this has been of service to you. My name is Nitzan Mosery. If you like what you hear here, do me a favor, click below on the YouTube subscribe channel, and shoot me any questions you might have. I'm always here looking to answer questions. Take care.